in an empty field at night, a hail of cannon fire, and come face to face with the Renaissance genius himself. Meeting Leonardo da Vinci? Dream! So in real life, no, not a dream. My messing with space-time had real-world consequences, like having to teach Leonardo the science of Newton and Einstein to help me reverse engineer the time machine from low-tech ancient Florence in order to blast me home ASAP. When I found out Mama, on tour in modern-day Florence with the National Symphony Orchestra, her day job violinist, might be dying. And I might just have gotten Dad fired for a major hack into the Operation Forense system he was in charge of, or at a minimum be grounded for life. But I did make it back, not to mention Billy, who came to so-called rescue me, along with sexy Lexi, who never got home, and that's a whole nother story. And so now how am I supposed to not do it again? Once a time traveler, always a time traveler. There's no turning back. Meeting Leonardo in his own time was an eye-opener. Because if travel is enlightening, imagine time travel as enlightenment to the nth degree. Why not try to meet all of my personal heroes of history to find out their secrets? And for that, I need Billy's help, and maybe Beth's as well. So hang on to your phones, everybody, because if what's past is prologue, as Shakespeare wrote, this is where my world is about to get really messy. Chapter 1, in which I wake up. Nightmares, schools, this, boys, and other things that torture teens in the night. I know the truth. You can't take that away from me. There are torches surrounding me. The flames glint off the pyramid of gold, silver, and ancient treasures piled high before me, even as flames lick my feet. A massive outcry comes from the shouts of men, the wail of babies, and a babble of women's voices in a language I can't understand. It's troppo tardi, Carlotta. I wake up sweating. Charlie, Carlotta, you're too late. You're going to miss the bus. It's Mama, and I'm home in my own bed and about to be late for school. Coming, Mama. The secret of my singular experience has haunted me ever since 2 years ago when I really was almost burned at the stake. True story, but I don't dare tell Mama or Dad. I don't think they would ever believe me. No one would believe me. Except Billy, that is. Billy was right there with me. I take a few deep breaths. I brush back the coiled curls from my eyes. I have to compose myself. I'm in 2019, not 1492. The dream, it wasn't real. Not this time, anyway. Was it ever? One look at my nightstand confirms the truth, the golden compass, a tangible reminder of my adventure into a time both distant and ever-present. A reminder of Leonardo da Vinci and my wild ride through Renaissance Florence. Its geometry that unlocked the power to travel back in time. I journeyed there not knowing that a world of enlightenment can also contain a great deal of darkness and evil. That the history learned in textbooks provides very little of the actual experience of the past. That interacting with the past can change the course of history and one's very life. And that the Renaissance genius, Leonardo da Vinci, my Florentine idol, who I hope to let me in on his secret superpower, inventing the future, would remain enigmatic even after spending a night and a day and another night and a day in his presence. No, I cannot speak of that experience to anyone. I shuffle into the comfort of my fuzzy purple slippers and make my way to the bathroom, trying to calm my mind. No one is out to burn me at the stake. I am home and safe. This time the nightmare was merely a dream. I glanced in the mirror, eyes hooded in half-sleeved hair like Medusa, face full of freckles and an annoying pimple beaming like a lighthouse above my lips, naturally. I turn on the faucet and splash some water on my face before lathering up with the Cetaphil that will hopefully attack the bacteria that led to the spatial formation of Mount Vesuvius. As to the hormones underlying the breakout, I have no control over them. Charlie, this time it's Dad's voice booming over the noise of the faucet. I sigh, exasperated. Can't you even let me wash up? I know I shouldn't be annoyed. After all, it's my fault I overslept. Billy and I were texting about our next project, working out the math until 2 o'clock in the morning when I finally fell asleep. The parentals think I'm slaving away on the high school science fair. I've shared with them my ambition to explore the lives of my superheroes of history and make a podcast series about what I've learned. Leonardo, Einstein, Mozart, and lesser known but equally ahead of their time female polymaths like Marie Curie, Hildegard von Bingen, and the totally badass Marquise Emily du Châtelet. Mom and Dad are fully on board with this obsession because they think it means I'm on track. For school, for college, for career, good stuff for a future college essay. Maybe so, but in my humble opinion, that is their idea of a life, not mine. My plans for the immediate future include interviewing these superheroes in their own time, personally. Correspondent Charlie Morton reporting live from the scene. It's bold, but I am living proof that this is possible. Hey, Charlie, just checking, did you fall in? Meanwhile, I actually have to wake up in the here and now. I smear a dab of toothpaste on my electric toothbrush, feeling the whirl while the bristles tickle my gums. Last night's dream, I am bound to a pole, hands tied behind my back. There's a hood covering my eyes, but I don't have to see anything to know that someone has put a torch to the pyramid of wood piled at my feet. The smoke burns my throat, even now. Dad knocks loudly, and the twins begin babbling their weird, wordless tune. Reality ready to pad in on footy pajama feet. Carrie and Daisy, those wild and crazy 2-year-olds, are the main reasons for my staying home as long as I have, since, well, the bonfire of the vanities on that long ago March day in Florence. My baby sisters are the most lovably exasperating creatures to have come into my life since then, and the only possible thing that could tamp down my ambitions to attempt another jump through time, for now. Time being relative, that is. Champ, Dad says. I spit into the sink and grimace in the mirror. Come on, Dad sounds angry. Come on, open up, kiddo. Or I have one word, grounded. I'm brushing my hair. I start pulling a wire brush through my waves and get caught in a rat's nest of curls. I usually wash my hair before bed because it gives me an extra half hour sleep in the AM and I can usually make the bus. Downside, not. Lots and lots of not. Youch. I can't wait for the day I'm allowed to get my hair straightened professionally. A present from the parentals for my 16th birthday, less than 6 months away. Charlie, this time it's Mama yelling up the stairs. School bus is not waiting on your beauty routine. I hear the bathroom doorknob being rattled and tugged on. When I open it, 2 little drool meisters stare up at me with oatmeal and applesauce caked on their jammies and smeared all over their faces. My heart lights up. Somebody's love wearing their breakfast. I kneel down and stretch out my arms. Carrie climbs in, then Daisy scrambles closer to edge out her sister, slobbering me with face-sucking kisses. I lock them in my arms and squeeze. They squirm to get out, but not before gluing my sweater with oatmeal hands. Babies, you've got me all messy, I sigh. See, now I need to change. Jerry, what is the problem? Charlie needs to get her butt down here. Now, Mama shouts up the stairs. Her oatmeal's getting cold. As I pry my little sisters off me, the prospect of oatmeal is suddenly less than appetizing. Dad frowns. Looking at her now, Gwen, twins have finger painted her with breakfast. Thinking maybe a bagel to go, Mama, I yell back, if it's not too much trouble. Dad sighs in resignation. Guess I'm driving you to school again this morning. Thanks, Dad, I grin. You're the best. Well, I'm going to stop now because then it gets to a whole new chapter and it would take a while. So.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Robin. I think the only thing more challenging than time travel is to write from the perspective of a teenager. So congratulations. Just a few announcements. As you probably know, the CLSC Author of the Week, Maggie Shipstead, is speaking at 3:30 about the book Great Circle in the Hall of Philosophy. Tomorrow, right here on the porch, the prose writer in residence of the week, Kristen Kovacic, will be speaking on the topic, well, the title actually is Starry Night, Writing in the Dark. She's a marvelous author, so please make that if you can. Next week at this time, we have a very interesting combination. Dr. Shahid Aziz will be reading from his book on palliative care called Courageous Conversations About Dying. A person, I didn't know this when I originally paired them, but a person who had helped him edit that book, Maureen Ryan Griffin, who's a memoirist, an essayist, and a poet, will be reading from several of her books, including one about grieving. So please join us then. Thank you for coming now. Take care. Bye-bye.